Do you see that? Yeah, passed me by. No fault of the driver. It's complete fault of my own for not checking the timetable before starting the walk. Oh my goodness. I think, oh, honestly, it was fucked, didn't I tell you? Oh my goodness. Right, hello. Welcome to a walkie talkie. Right. Something very odd and disturbed happened on the way home on the train. Right. So I moved into another carriage because there's a party slash orgy slash incest convention going on in the carriage that I initially attended. And I noticed a Clippy, or if you're going to get specific, conductress, was at the last row of seats in the carriage, and that was absolutely fine. And the train happily trundled along, and then the thing was that we're now approaching insert name station, right? Came over the tannoy, and at that point my phone rang. It was my mum, so I would say she would be one of my priority callers if you're wanting to get technical, right? So I picked up the phone, but in the background I could hear her going, "Tickets please," the conductress, right? And you know what, she actually tugged at my arm, the arm it was containing my phone, to actually get me to engage her sales or ticket check or whatever she was wanting to do. And she went, "Tickets please," right? Right. Making physical contact by actually grabbing my arm from behind and pulling it backwards so that the phone could either drop on the flare or somehow move away from my face so I can engage her. What a cheeky little cunt. What a cheeky fucking cunt. Right? If we're talking in police terms, she's an IC2 female. Right? And it was clear she's Asian, and that's not anything to be held against her. It's a conduct that needs to be held against her. This was 1703 from Singer to Westerton. This was the Airdrie train, right? And this Airdrie train goes from back all the way through the aforementioned stations towards Airdrie. And I do know the Ballyhood to Airdrie line is a rough line. I do understand that ticket staff have issues with customers, right? There are numerous pinch points within that journey, and I completely understand the struggle that they go through on a daily basis. Actually, some of the issues that they have to deal with are absolutely fucking monstrous issues. So, you know, I have high regard for the train crew, also known as ticket guards. If you're looking at it through an English set of eyes, that's absolutely fine, no problem, absolutely fine. But I'm confused. I'm so confused with this one. Actually taking hold of someone's arm and pulling it back. Now, see, if I was a man, I just fucking needed, but if I needed to, if I felt I was under physical threat. Like, the rule of life, right, if a man feels he's under physical threat by another man, then you eliminate the threat through violence. No amount of, "Oh, you can't raise a hand to this or that." You know, what I mean by that is no amount of, "You can't raise your hand to your fellow man," rule would ever apply. If you feel you're going to get hurt, injured or maimed, then you fill your fucking boots. You fill your boots like newt, right? You just fucking knock the fucker out if you need to, right? That's what happens in commonplace society, because the police are too fucking slow to respond, and when they do, there's not enough evidence, and then the case falls flat. It doesn't go anywhere. So something has to kick in somehow. But anyway, that's just man on man. We're talking about this man on woman. Now, by this point, the train had arrived into the platform, and the ding, ding, ding thing happened, and the train doors opened. Right? She was not letting me off that train. And this guy, red-headed guy, looked quite impatient, so I said to him, listen, I'm sorry about the hold up, she's not letting me off. Right, and suddenly she immediately dropped her act and let me away. She went, oh, you're just here anyway. And I said, I know. And I said, lesson for the future, hen, don't touch your passengers. Right, and she looked at that kind of hurt insult look. You can almost imagine that one. And I explained to the passengers what had happened. You know, other passengers on that platform told them what had happened and who it involved. And one kind of says, yes, I did see her. So there we have it. Touch. we've got train crew that touch passengers for no reason. And that's not just like a bump or a scuff bite, but actually grabbing onto the arm where the elbow joint is and pulling it back so that I can stop my conversation with my mother, who's on the phone, just to get a sale out of me. That's fucking desperate. That's desperate, right? I want to make one thing fucking clear. I'm not a fare dodger, right? I was not intending to start fare dodging. I don't have any intent to have it as a continuation or anything like it, and I don't have any ideations into the future of doing fare dodging, right? I am brought up better than that. But this woman, I do not know what the fuck she was doing, grabbing onto my arm roughly about where the elbow joint, and took the arm back. That's the same arm that I was carrying my mobile phone for the conversation. That could have went fucking nasty in the sense that that phone could have hit the ground. That could have easily as well. The phone could have bounced off the ground, and with that open door by the time that this happened, that could have bounced onto the tracks. Would she go and retrieve it if it ever hit the ground? She would be like, me no English, me not problem, me no, right? I'm just putting it out there, right? That could have lost my line of communication, and heaven fucking forbid it did drop me on the tracks. The only way of the phone being brought back into my hands is having to explain what had happened to British Transport Police. And to be honest, I really do not like contacting police, because police, as I told you all, are not your friends. They're not for the public. They're only here for king, estate and money. That's all the police forces, no matter which way you look at, are there for, right? But it would have been interesting to hear or see how they would have reacted. But overall, I have no interest, absolutely no fucking interest getting police involved. But I tell you something, see if I went up to her arm and pulled it back the way that she did to me, she'd be screaming for rape. She'd be screaming rape, although rape's not happened. It's a nice thing to falsely accuse people of, you know, it's a very Scottish thing. If people aren't doing that, they're probably considered to be from another place like Wednesbury or something like it. But honestly, like, I'm so fucking confused by that one. I'm going to be putting this on YouTube ASAP. ScotRail. I'm going to have a wee chit chat with you, see what happens. And yes, I would suggest get your CCTV downloaded very fucking quickly, because I'm going to have to explore my options. And I tell you something, if I do need to see you in courtroom because Eva Braun, then that's okay, that's fine. And you'll see my cheery little Sumpsy Kiddle's face and all. 2 for 1, excellent. Now, get your facts soon together and we'll have a nice wee chit chat over a coffee. I am so confused by that. I'm so fucking confused. What the you dropped the ball, Mrs. whatever the fuck your name was. Unfortunately, I didn't get the name off the badge. All I know is I was on a 318 class train. Probably a 320 sandwich at the back it as well. Oh, honestly, so confused, so confused. Anyway, just as a quick summary, folks, if you've got any advice or stories of your own, please do drop it in the comment box. Honestly, I'm so confused. I see, if I did that to her, she'd be fucking screaming rape, wouldn't she? Because let's be honest, it's all good for one person to behave like an absolute wanker. But when it's on the opposite feet, you scream like bitches. Hiya ScotRail, hiya pal. Everyone, thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.